Hello and welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Leos, okay? So this is for any placement you have of Leo in your chart. If you do, great. If not, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will mention the decks I use as I use them. If I don't, they will be in the description box below, so don't worry. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Leos, I'm a Leo rising myself. Let's get into our cards. Yeah. Yeah. So, please, angels and guides. Too many cards. Anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they... Ooh, we got the 9 of winter that popped, so... And the 4 of summer that fell. Spirit must be here. My nose is itchy. For summer, pointing towards the left. Cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're happening slowly or they happened in the past. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message. Oh, the Empress wants to pop out, pointing towards the right. The Libra card. I'm a Libra sun myself, so let's just put this back in. See if it comes back out. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they... Okay, too many cards. Calm yourself before you harm yourself, please. Okay, so we got the Princess of Summer pointing towards the left as well. Okay, okie dokie. Now, okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect. And you got the Strength card. That's your card, Leo. Yee. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by giving me one card. Okay, and it was one card with the 4 of Autumn in the upright. Interesting. Okay. My goodness. Spirit, stop it. Please. And I use selenite on my decks, by the way. So now I'm going to use the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle to clarify. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. And the first card for the... Well, it didn't mention what I was doing, so... Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos. Why is the 4th summer here pointing towards the left? Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why the 4th summer is here pointing towards the left. And we got the Journeyman. Did some traveling with the Los Cunas at the bottom of the deck. And some soul searching, which allowed you to break a habit or a pattern, as well as tap into the raw energy. Okay, well, I'm gonna clarify all this and attain the unity. So next you have, please angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why the Princess of Summer is here pointing towards the left. Please angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and clarify the Princess of Summer pointing towards the left. And you got the topsy-turvets. Yeah. So, topsy-turvets. I just realized something. Anyway. As well as Geo the Slow. The Dark Lady. Penelope Dreamweaver. Chalice, the Singer of Transfiguration, Honesty, Faf the Footer, and Arvel Parrot, and the Singer of the Chalice, not Singer of Courage, as well as he of the Fairy Sword. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why the Strength card is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why the Strength card is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, and you got Jehovah. G. With the Undressing of a Salad at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies, and the Fawn, and the Singer of Intuition, and himself, and a collective of pixies. And the Pook, the Oakman, the Loun, Guardian at the Gate. It's very similar to the Aries reading I just did. Death. The Bright Mother. And I'm going to add the Soul Shrinker because I know Soul Shrinker. Still more cards to come. Holy. And the Singer of the Chalice. And the Piper. And that is where I ended. So the last card, the fourth set, starts off with the Four of Autumn. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why the Four of Autumn is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got Singer of Courage. With the Friends at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Green Woman, Iris of the Rainbow, as well as the Glenkener, and the Singer of Healing, and Sylvanus, and the Master Maker. And Fairy Guide. Yeah. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay. So your first card is the Four of Summer pointing towards the left. Now, Four of Summer, cards pointing towards the left, to me mean that they're happening super slowly or they happened in the past. Okay. So it says being distracted and failing to see a magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontentment with life. Yes. This happened to me. This happened to me in the past. So that's why I'm saying in the past. So, but for some of you, this might be happening super slowly, which is good because you are not like, you are able to see the good things, even in the bad things, which is amazing, which I commend you for it. And the card's clarifying that. Okay, so if you are able to see the good things that are coming towards you, even in the negativity, that means that other cards that are clarifying are saying what it is that you're actually experiencing. For those for whom this is happening slowly, it means this is what you should be concentrating on in order to get yourself out of that funk. Okay? So the first card is the Journeyman. Now, the Journeyman talks of adventure, independence, polishing of skills, and travel. So basically, if you want to get your head out of the clouds and be able to see things that are coming towards you, I suggest, okay, that you go on travel. Like, travel, do something that will take you out of the funk that is the situation that you're finding yourself in, the mental conflict that you are finding yourself in. It's getting yourself out of that shitty situation, right? Now, the next card is the Los Gunas, excuse me, too many L's. Los Gunas. Now, Los Gunas talks of sunken treasure, discover yourself, hidden knowledge, and adventure. Basically, this is saying, okay, go on an adventure to get your mind off of things, and the best adventure that you can go on is go within yourself and figure yourself out and see what it is that you need to do in order to get out of this funk. That you can generate from within yourself to get out of this funk. And I'm talking of this as if I know, because I went through it, and that is exactly how I got out. After a bit of time had passed, and believe me, it's not fun. Right? Next you have Odak Gnome. Now, another way that you can get out of this funk is that you break the pattern that you find yourself in. Pattern and habit. Because I had this pattern and habit of falling in love with someone and sticking to them for as long as I could, and then being like, no, I'm going to stick to them and it's going to work out because I will it so. That never worked. It's probably the reason why I haven't had a serious boyfriend up to this point. You know? I'm just saying, if you want to end up like me, stick to men, but stick to the ones that, like, didn't want you. But if you want to move forward with your life, do the opposite of me. Do my opposite. Next, you have the Raw card. Now, if you do the opposite of what I did, okay, you will be able to tap into the Raw card energy, which talks of wild energy, pure potential. You can make anything happen because you are not staying stuck with an a-hole that told you, you know what, maybe not. Maybe someone else is better for me than you. I'm sorry. Well, if they can't see your worth, well, then you can go bye-bye. You know, they're not worth your time. If you're not worth their time, they're not worth your time. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Next, you have unity. So that once you get this person out, you can concentrate on what you actually want, on what you actually want to unify yourself with, which is of utmost importance. Yeah. Because unity talks of union, mystical experiences, and spiritual home. You finding that thing that really speaks to you is what you want. You know, that thing that you feel aligned with is what you want. Now, the next set starts off with the Princess of Summer pointing towards the left. Okay? And as I said, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they happen in the past or they're happening super slowly. Now, the Princess of Summer is a gentle, sensitive, kind, and experienced individual. It says a new relationship or an emotional experience. Invitations to social events. A compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Now, if this has any similarities with what I went through, for those for whom this happened in the past, you have grown stronger than this. You have experience now, and that is why you are able to see the magical opportunities that are in your surroundings, even if you're going through a negative situation. Okay? For those for whom this is happening slowly, I would suggest that you learn from your inexperience. Learn from the experiences that you gain so that you quickly learn what you don't know. And take every opportunity to learn from what you can learn. Okay? Because it says a new relationship or an emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Maybe you said something to the wrong person and that bit you in the ass. I don't know. I do not know. Now, the first card is talking of topsy-turvets. Now, the first card is topsy-turvets. Now, topsy-turvets, or topsy-turvets. No, topsy-turvets. Okay. Topsy-turvets. Alright. Talks of change of viewpoint, fresh looks, new ways of seeing. So a way to get out of that funk of inexperience is to change the way you're looking at the situation. Like I said, learn from every situation that you possibly can in order to get out of this funk the quickest possible. The quickest possible, right? Next you have the Geo the Slow. Brain fart. So Geo the Slow talks of cycles of time, slowness, waiting, patience. So for those for whom this for both of you, for those for whom this has happened in the past, I feel like this took some time to make sense. For those for whom this hasn't happened yet, this is going to take time to make sense, is what I'm getting. And so the only thing that you can do is try and focus on what you've learned in every situation so that you can avoid making that same mistake twice. And I'm talking about this because I've done this on multiple occasions, okay? Multiple boys, same mistake again and again and again. It doesn't have to be, I'm talking from my experience, right? So take it as it applies, is all I'm saying. Next you have the Dark Lady. Now the Dark Lady talks of unconscious powers and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, secrets. For those for whom this has happened in the past, you've learned secrets, you've learned mysteries, you've learned rituals that you need to do in order to get out of this funk. For those for whom this hasn't happened yet, this is what you need to concentrate on. Like I said, your ritual to make sure that you don't fall in the same pattern again and again. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, I'm just saying that I can sense your annoyance, and if that is the case, I know I would be annoyed if someone told me, well, do this and do that, when they don't actually know what I went through, but what I'm going through. But I can tell you this, I know what you're going through, because I made that mistake so often, it's not even funny anymore. Okay, next you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now Penelope talks of inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. So you have the vision of having the right, I'm talking about relationship wise here, because summer is representing of cups, which represents emotions, which to me talks more of relationships. But this might be a work relationship, it might be family relationship, it might be friendship, whatever. Stick it where it applies, okay? So when you have this dream of making that thing that you are visualizing into a reality. Okay? And so this is what you're working towards. And this is why you've decided to get back up again, dust yourself off, and pick yourself up and dust yourself off from all the times you fell flat on your face. And I'm talking like this because I've done it. So, yes. Now, the next card is Solace. Now, Solace talks of spiritual empowerment, knowledge, consciousness, and synthesis. So you have all this experience, like I mentioned, you have all this experience that you are synthesizing to gain the consciousness, the raw consciousness that had, not raw consciousness, raw knowledge that came through this, and you're utilizing that knowledge in order to transform yourself, metamorph yourself, become something more, something else, right? Yeah, something better. Then you have honesty. Now, honesty talks of honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit. So, a way in order to ensure that you transform is by being honest about this situation, and honest about what needs to change within yourself. Then you have Faf the Footer. Now, Fafi is here to tell you that during this change, you need to be grounded, you need to be centered, you need to be earthed to make sure that this happens and happens well. Okay? Yeah. Next, you have Arval Parrot. Now, Arval Parrot, okay, talks of communication. What was I saying? You need to ground, you need to earth yourself. You also need to talk to your higher self. You need to be honest with your higher self, with yourself, basically, in order to get what it is you want. It also will demand a lot of courage on your part because you're going to have to break a pattern and habit, which we saw with Oh That Gnome. Right? And breaking of a pattern or habit, that is strong and holds true within you, is not easy. So it demands a lot of strength and a lot of courage from your part. Yeah, but once you decide to make this change, you will be protected. You will be what's the word? You will be protected. You will be able to tap into the active principle, spiritual will, and you will be able to be just in your decision to cut something out, because we're talking about a sword here, and you're cutting things that no longer serve you out of your life. Right? Next, you have the Strength card, which is the Leo card in this deck. Right? Yes. So, the Strength card talks of the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. You are amazing, my gorgeous Leos. And you just need to figure that out for yourself. Right? And you can do whatever you set your mind to, you can do. You just need to have faith in yourself. Though I feel what is keeping you from this energy is Jihobaya, which talks of imaginary fears, unreal hazard, and realistic caution. I know that what is it? Is it in this sense? Wait a minute. The feline came out. I saw it myself. Where did it come out? Silvia, Singer of Healing, Glankaner. I don't know where it came out. Anyway, it'll pop out at some point. So what I'm picking up on, okay, is that you are basically crossing your T's. What I heard was crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Generally, the card that represents that for me is the feline, but the feline, I don't see it yet. So now you're being realistically cautious in regards to what it is that you actually want, what it is you want to work towards, right? Because it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary in the sense that I feel that it will bring you something like unwanted attention to a certain degree, or something that you're not used to yet, which will make you feel uncomfortable, right? Now, so what was I saying? I was saying that so you got strength, but this strength what it will do is make you look improbable, impractical, unbelievable to some, and you're like, do I want that? Do I want people to be asking me multiple questions how I did it? Will they be ready and willing to listen to how I did it? I don't know. And so maybe that makes you scared to a certain degree. I don't know why, but something is kind of like, this is new. Maybe the connection is scaring you because it's not something that you're used to. If it is a connection, or it could just be a work connection. I don't know. Whatever fits with your situation. But whatever this thing is that is demanding strength from you, or that you will be strong towards, right? That you're kind of fearful of. Okay? Because that can actually happen. People are afraid, that could be afraid of actually getting it and not being able to, hold it in their reality for long enough. The reason is because, well, I don't know if this is the case, but I feel like it's because maybe you're not used to being so happy. Because this is the fairy was kissed by the pixies. Now this, one moment. This is the card. This is a similar card to the Sun card in tarot. This is the happiest card in this deck. Okay, because this talks of love given is love received, the metaphorical open heart surgery. Look at the faces of every single person on this deck. It is glowing and like so happy. If there is a song that represents this card, 'cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. 'Cause I'm happiness in you. Hey, hey. That was a very, very weird rendition. Any case, the next card is the Fawn. Now the Fawn talks of understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Well, the strength, gaining strength, and being a little cautious, but not too much, will allow you to understand the nature of nature. Part of nature is the part of you being able to realize whatever it is you want is you need to have strength, right? That is the nature of nature. If you don't have strength, no one is going to give you the time of day. If you don't embody the characteristics needed to lead a team or to lead a project, you won't get it. You won't. You just won't. Nay, you won't. Next you have, excuse me, the next card you have is the Singer of Intuition. Now the Singer of Intuition, okay, talks of perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. So, your understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic will allow you to tap into an understanding, will allow you to tap into an intuition that you didn't even know you had. Yeah. Next you have Himself. Now Himself talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. Yeah. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like... clap along if you feel that happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. I me down, love's too high. I don't want to work. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so Himself talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. So, with this strength, you will be able to tap into natural law, life force, shamanic powers, and magic. Because strength in and of itself is magic. It allows you to do things that you never thought you could prior to this. Which is, you will be able to have a collective of pixies be on your side. One moment, please. Rejoice there on Portuguese. Wonderful experiences. Yes. And I'm sure you're like, what? My bunion is acting up. So I'm like, I'm utilizing Louise Hay's heal yourself sentences, affirmations. Yes. So, in order to get like a group of people behind you, that demands a lot of strength. So that they can willingly participate and be like, this is my duty, I want to be a part of this. And have joyful participation and see the virtue in what it is that you are working towards. Then you have the Pook. Now the Pook talks of shape changer, good and bad and good, paradox resolution. Usually when you work in teams, there is that need to be able to communicate well with people. So it's basically negotiation to a certain extent. Negotiating the good and the bad and the good. Resolving something. Negotiating something out of it. Okay. Next you have the Oakman. Now the Oakman talks of ancient wisdom, strength, and depth, which is probably something that you only learn through experience, right? Next you have the Laum. And the Laum talks of unconditional giving and receiving. Yes. So that, I guess, the negotiation in this situation is to negotiate something with someone in order for there to be equal give and take. Right? Which will, once this is done, once this is achieved, someone or something in this connection is going to move up to the next level. If it's not a person, it is the relationship in and of itself. It is going to move up. It is going to transcend the current reality. Next you have Death. Now the Death card, alright, talks of natural, timely ending, release, liberation. I feel like the issue is going to be naturally ending. You're going to release the issue and you're going to liberate yourself from this issue. You're going to move forward with something new, which is amazing. And that's where the Bright Mother comes in. Now, the Bright Mother, alright, talks about creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. Yep. Now, what I feel like that means is that once this ends, once there's a death of something, there needs to be the creation of something else to take its place. And that's where you're going to concentrate on your blessings. Concentrate on the things that you have and not the things that you don't have. Right? Because maybe one of the issues was that someone or one or both of you were concentrating on what you didn't want to happen prior to this shift, which is a very big shift, by the way. Next, you have the Singer of the Chalice. Now, the Singer of the Chalice talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, miracles. I feel like this is going to be a miracle on whoever's part it is that is creating this change within themselves. With seeing this difference in themselves, it is going to be amazing. And what it will allow them to do is tap into the Piper's energy. Excuse me. And the Piper talks of music, order, harmony, seduction, and empathy. So once this idea has been, has been discussed, I feel like both parties are going to be seduced by it and want to work towards it. Which is amazing. Now the next and last card is the Four of Autumn. Now the Four of Autumn, talks of manage your resources wisely, achieving a balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate. I feel like whoever you identify with, you're the other person. You're going to help the other person get through this funk that you are going to help them, or you're going to help both of you get out of this funk. Right? And you're also going to achieve a balance between what you think and what you think and what you put out, and what you think and what you keep within yourself. Because when you talk to yourself, your entire body feels it. Why am I saying that? Because when you talk to yourself, you are sending electrical currents through your being. And your body is made up of water, 70% water. And electricity is a very conductive energy. Now, I don't know if the electricity even touches the water, but I mean, in my mind, seeing as we're made up of 70% water, at some point, something is going to conduct something else. If it's not water, it's going to be your nerves, whatever. So there's definitely something in regards to how you communicate and how it affects your entire being, okay? Now, the next card, the first card clarifying that is the Singer of Connection. And it talks of spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. Yep. I feel like if this is you helping someone else, this is talking about empathy and what you feel in regards to this other person, wanting to help them, wanting to get them out of their funk. But I need to mention that if the person doesn't want to get out of their funk, you can't help them get out of their funk. They have to want to get out of their funk. They have to themselves put in the work and effort. You can't do something for someone else, because they will, if you do it, they might actually sabotage it for themselves. But if they do it themselves, they will definitely make it work. Then you have Friends. Now, Friends talks of friendship, help, aid, support. Which to me means that, well, it's the friends, it's the friends, your friendship, oh, excuse me, I'm going to clarify this because I'm kind of stumped. It's not coming to me intuitively. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why this friendship card is here clarifying the Four of Autumn. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why this friends card is clarifying the Four of Autumn. You got the ship. I'll show you. Sheep. Not cheap. Ship. Okay. Ship. The ship card points to a greater journey ahead. This path cannot be traveled by foot. The current circumstances are changing even without additional effort from the current. It can also mean longing for a love of adventure. It is time for an expanded horizon and new purpose, new perspective. There is movement without a set outcome, an event in the distant future. Wishes, subconscious, prosperity and trade, patience in regard to relationship. The card refers to long-term relationships. The card, refers to long-term relationships. Wait rather than rush something. Let somebody or something come to you. Listen to your inner voice. Leave someone, something, or a situation behind. In order to invite something new. A ship can arrive at a destination at the same time it can leave. Start something new. Put all eggs in one basket. Travel for pleasure or business. Practicing patience. Just let things happen without interfering. Think about whether you have taken the right path or simply just the desire of the current. What he or she actually wants but does not implement. Yeah, so it's basically your friends, because what stood up to me is that if we're talking about the thing that you want but you won't actually implement, your friends are going to help you achieve it. Will help you keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, next you have the Green Woman. Now the Green Woman talks of natural magic, expectant gratitude, wildness, untamable creativity. So once your friends help you realign yourself with your objective, you will be able to tap into an untamable creativity, which is amazing. Yeah. Then you have Iris of the Rainbow. Now Iris talks of hope, promise for the future. And with that ability to go towards what you want, you will be able to have hope for a promise that is in the future. Then you have the Glankener. Now the Glankener, it talks of a lot of nasty things. It talks of illusions, delusions, lust, projection, but it also talks of clear sight. And I would rather concentrate on the clear sight here. So now that your friends helped you get out of this funk, you clearly see what you need to do. That will be healing for the mind, body, and spirit, which is amazing. With the Singer of Healing, it will also aid you to cut through deception, get to clarity, and as well as the truth, which is amazing. Then you have the Master Maker. Now the Master Maker, talks of skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. So I feel like Sylvanus, which is cutting through deception, gaining clarity, and getting to the truth of the matter, is what will aid you. Is the skill that you're honing on. Is the skill you're honing. Is the skill that you're honing into. Is the skill that you're sharpening. That is the word. Yeah. And that will allow you to really cut through deception and clarity. Cut through deception and gain clarity over anything in your life. Because clarity is of utmost importance. So my gorgeous and fellow Leos, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Leos, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!